and I'm getting mighty tired of your trifling ways and of listening to that jackass Bray.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
For old time's sake. As time goes by.
You know what's funny, Aarona fam? These lame closet non-heterosexuals who need therapy so they can get over themselves and their hatred for women. You don't want to kiss their ass spent all this time stalking me at my job. And today everybody got a rude awakening that I have another job. Yeah, nobody got any kind of awakening. There's no proof that you have another job. And what the fuck was all of that? This bitch couldn't write a paragraph that makes sense if somebody offered her $1 million to do it. I should publicly post the thread that has been sent because people who work at my job will get fired. I never disclose where I work to anyone. I don't even wear my uniform to work or after work. 100. It's like this bitch is an ignorant 12-year-old that thinks they know everything about the world, but in actuality knows less than most 12-year-olds, which we all know isn't very much. There's nothing illegal about her coworkers mentioning her or that they work with her. And I'm sure her coworkers haven't even talked about her. But she's going to go and try and blame it on them. One, that's an excuse for her to quit. And two, that's an excuse for her to explain why people figured out where she works, even though she knows she gives hints left and right. I mean, people violated privacy on a whole mother level. What the hell is a whole mother level? It's a whole other level. Obviously, she was trying to write another, which isn't even a word, but okay. I mean, people violated privacy on a whole mother level. That a customer came in the store trying to get me to tell him how much I made an hour, and I told the truth. Anything under $50 an hour is BS money. 100. All right, let's start with how in the hell is a customer coming in, striking up a conversation, and asking how much you make an hour a privacy violation? I mean, people do that all the time. It's not like it's right, but they do it and there's no violation of privacy. Second, you posted your check stubs allowing us to see that you make $9.50 an hour. Now you're saying anything less than $50 an hour is bullshit money. So you're admitting that you're making bullshit money and that you're making literally less than 20% of what you consider bullshit money. Then he kept skating what he thought I made at my job. And in my head, I'm like, I'll be making $22 an hour soon. And employee pay, $100. It's all the same to me. I don't wait for people to value me. I just go get what I need. When have you gone and gotten what you needed in the past 4 years? And if you're making $9.50 an hour, I seriously doubt they're going to bump you up to $22 an hour anytime soon. But go ahead and keep telling yourself whatever you need to so you can continue showing up to Subway day after day after day. You know people's energy and behavior is 100% toxic when you constantly feel like telling them to get the fuck off me. No, you know you're a prostitute when you constantly feel like telling people to get the fuck off you. Take that demon spirit somewhere else. You're the one with the demon spirit. You can't run from yourself. All right, so this one is a voicemail that was transcribed, and it says, I just realized 50 Cent thinks you're beneath him. He thinks you're a big body. Reason why I'm saying this is because he didn't think it was worth his time, energy, and money to respond to you. He could have destroyed you, but you just wasn't worth it. That's a smart-ass man. So obviously the message got her heated because she had to screenshot it and share it with the world. And this is what she has to say about it. Of course, it makes no sense, but okay. That's why his home went into foreclosure and none of his music sells anymore. That's why BMF is denouncing his show and he need to humble himself because, hell, have to face that forever, but the money been left. What's he going to have to face forever? The fact that he's got a hit show? I mean, yeah, it would suck if BMF really is denouncing it, but who cares? He's still making money. Here's a clue. That guy can fall off a cliff for all I care. He's nothing but drama because he's a former fluffy boy and still mentally 12 years old. Now stop contacting me. Okay, first of all, she's supposed to be a comedian. She's supposed to be creative. This is what, the third person she's called a former fat person because she can't come up with anything else to say. And now she's saying people are mentally 12 years old since I've been saying that about her for, what, a year and a half, 2 years now? This bitch can't get more lame. How's she going to post something that says reality versus whatever lie their imaginations create with only one picture? She's literally posting it saying reality is the same thing as what she's calling lies, but is really the truth, what we're saying about her. This bitch is so fucking dumb, y'all.
In a totally unrelated series of information, I just learned Publix sells Chick-fil-A sauce by the bottle.
Well, you're really far behind because I've been getting the Chick-fil-A sauce in a bottle from Kroger's for about a year now. But when aren't you behind on shit?
My French fries and my sandwiches are about to become epic.
Tell us again about how you're a foodie. I mean, Chick-fil-A sauce is fire, but it's not like foodie level at all.
See, the problem is, around the fam, I don't think like these people, but I also don't spend my money the same way they do.
If that ain't the truth. These people are adults with homes, jobs, bills, kids, responsibilities that they actually take care of. Meanwhile, you think and spend money like a 12-year-old with special needs.
That's why I get the most out of what I make.
Really? So that's why you're still homeless. Didn't you just get back a bunch of taxes and stimulus money? You claimed you had like $9,000. What do you have to show for that money? Not a car, not a place, not a damn thing but a really bad wig.
See, I just think this is funny. I never told anybody that I've made $20,000 in a month with stand-up before.
Probably because you haven't. If there's one thing we've learned about you, it's that you love to brag about your comedy days. So if you had made that much money, we'd have heard about it multiple times.
The only person I told was my best friend, and I know she shit herself when she found that out, because everybody wanted to, try. They tried to make me feel a way about my lifestyle because it wasn't what they were doing,
Nobody tried to make you feel anything about your lifestyle. As usual, your insecurities were making you feel some type of way.
She got her house, and she was paying $700 in mortgage, and she got that right after we graduated. I lived in apartments, and I traveled the world.
Going to England for 3 days and then taking a 3-day cruise to Jamaica is nowhere near traveling the world. You've only been to one continent other than the one you live in. But go ahead and keep telling yourself that, saying it out loud as often as you can. Eventually, you might trick yourself into feeling good about your life choices.
While I was doing what I loved, and I don't regret it.
You might not regret it in this moment, but tonight when you're laying on that park bench or hiding out in your storage unit, you will. Keep in mind, she got out of school, started paying towards a house. She still has probably. If not, she's flipped that equity into a better house. But where's all that rent money that you paid when you were doing comedy and living the fabulous life? Oh yeah, that's right. You were paying rent, so it went in someone else's pocket so they could build equity and buy more properties. Meanwhile, you're struggling to pay for your storage unit/apartment.
I moved every year as a consequence because the way stand-up works, the money is up and down.
And the way you work, you don't like to pay bills.
And this is what should teach people to mind their business. I know how it got out, and I know how people started talking a certain way.
It didn't get out, mainly because it's not true. So obviously no one's been talking about it. But you needed to come up with something to say so you could tell this new lie you made up.
Because I know that I don't talk to people, and I know who I tell what.
Of course you do. You don't have a single person to talk to. If you've told anyone anything, it's your social media accounts.
She was the only person I told that. See, the problem is people don't really understand taxes, or they don't do their own.
No, most people do understand taxes, and a lot of them do their own taxes.
So they don't know nothing. And so they just want to... I know that Queen's food was shitting himself when he found out that, oh no, I know what I'm doing. Because I run a business.
What business do you run?
And it doesn't matter what your income is, you have to balance that up against your expenses and deductions. And when the expenses are more, guess what, y'all? It's zero.
In many cases, yeah. But you really have no idea how many different variables can go into the taxes of a person who actually makes money and has true deduction.
That's exactly what Amazon and them be doing. That's how it works. So when I did my taxes last year for all that other stuff, and I put my real income, what I really got and stuff like that, first of all, because for the last few years, stuff has been so hard for me, right? The annual income that I accumulated wasn't even enough to file. Did you know that the United States government don't give a damn about the money you make if you're not making over $11,000 a year?
I did, but it's actually $12,400 for single people and $18,650 for head of household. You technically could claim head of household. Because of the dollar amount you just quoted, I'm sure you don't, which means you're not really getting back all the money you should. Oh, but you know that. You know all about taxes. You know that.
You gotta be making like $10,900 and something for them to even care. Did you know that you have to make over $1,500? In some places, it's $1,100 from an employer, independent contracting job, or any of that for them to generate a W-2 or a 1099 and all of that.
That's not exactly accurate, but go on with your bad self.
Did you know that? If you make anything less than that, they don't even care. They don't even waste paper on your ass. So then when I'm talking to my tax lady, be like, no, we filed those
Hold up, wait. When you're talking to who?
So then when I'm talking to my tax lady, be like, no, we filed those
Your
taxes.
tax lady. You said you know all about taxes and you could do anyone's taxes and you do your own taxes. Why do you have a tax lady then? And why are you calling her asking her questions if you know all about taxes? Oh, that was just another lie, right? You really don't do all your own taxes. It figures.
Wait a minute. And then the phone get disconnected and rerouted to Russia. Or when I'm on the phone with the IRS, there's only one IRS. And they were the ones who set me straight and told me what I needed to do from the situation I was in.
But you know all about taxes. Why would you need the IRS's help?
And I did exactly what they told me. This is why it just pays for people to mind their own business. Everybody trying to be these armchair quarterbacks to other people's lives, and their lives ain't worth a damn.
Oh, so that's why you make up all these lies about the celebrities, huh?
Just motivation for me to bring back my t-shirts. Pocket watching is the mark of a hater.
Meanwhile, earlier in this video, you were talking about 50 Cent being broke.
I know it all too well. I grew up with him, so I know. Isn't that ironic, Aarona fam? That fool started all of this and don't know nothing about taxes. Probably delegated and paid somebody else to take care of it.
Generally, when you're making millions of dollars, yes, you do hire an accountant. It would be absolutely foolish not to. And the fact that you think he shouldn't and he should be able to do it on his own shows how foolish you are.
But look at the irony of it. You could have paid me. You spent all
Paid you to what? Call your tax lady? Come on now.
I could at least got you somebody back.
No, your ass would have ended up having him in prison for tax fraud.
Stupid ass.
And again, she's too dumb to realize that she's the stupid one.
This person had all these staff people, all these people that he trusted, and how did that work out? A fool and its money shall soon part.
The fact that you're making fun of a bankruptcy shows you've never had money. He did what was the most financially responsible thing for him to do at that point, and he's a millionaire again. After paying back what he was ordered to pay back, and he actually paid it back years sooner than he was expected or ordered to. You just look dumb laughing about it, honestly. But you're right about the fool and their money parting, though. That's why you're still broke and homeless after 4 years.
Isn't that a saying? This is why people just need to mind their business.
You're absolutely right, because you're sitting there talking about a man who's far more successful than you've ever even dreamed of being, and you look real dumb.
I was so broke. I had never been this broke in my entire life. I was so broke, I wasn't even required by the federal government to file.
All because you're a lazy, talentless bum.
And I'm getting mighty tired of your trifling ways and of listening to that jackass Bray.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.